What's going on, guys? Back with another video, and today I'm gonna be doing sort of like not necessarily a build tutorial, but kind of a showcase of one of my simple trophy trucks that I made. Um, this was requested by Blake SUVI 4342. I'm not sure if that's how you pronounce it, but I'll be putting it on the screen there. Anyways. So, yeah, basically it's just going to be a little bit of a showcase of this truck. So, first of all, let's look at this thing, get it away from the wall. Okay, so, as you can see here, pretty basic trophy truck, but, I think what I'll do is, I can just, here's what I'll do. Okay, so, basically, okay, so let's just go over the suspension first. And then we can get the tires and all that. Okay, so this has a piston. This is hooked up to, okay, so this is 0.4 right now. 100 speed, really doesn't matter the speed. Set it to whatever you like, as long as it's not negative. But 100 is the best, just so it's automatically already set. And then you want to run a 2x1 shield here, tube elbow, and then this steering hinge right here. And this will be okay, this will be zeroed out. This can have controls. It doesn't really matter. You can get rid of the controls, whatever. But make sure it's zero strength. And then from there you go two 2x1x2 tube slopes down to another steering hinge, which is basically the same thing, just zeroed out. Then from here you have a tube T, just a 1x1 tube. You can either, depending on the width of your vehicle, obviously with this one I had to go out a little bit, so you can take this off and just put this in, or you can just put it, hold on, you can just put it back to how it was, whatever. Basically this, and then I did a 1x3 here, just kind of gets the spring away from here, just in case there's any rub. There shouldn't be, but just in case. And then you got a flat connector, 1x2, then this one, the steering hinge, the same one, also a zeroed out steering hinge. Straight suspension, this can be, I put 4, you know, longer travel. It can be whatever you need, right? Obviously, because most vehicles are obviously different weight. Then this is also zero strength. And then you can either do this. It really doesn't matter. You can put a tube elbow and then the piston, or you can put the piston down and then put a shield across right there. Either way, it works. Okay. So there's that part. And then from here, it's basically the same on this side, just reversed. Alright. You can kind of take a look at this. I'll just kind of, you know, you can pause it here if you need to, pause it here if you need to, kind of look around. Okay. And then, okay, so now for this tire mounts, or tire rack. So I have a piston here. This will center it to where it's not offset. And so basically I just put this long tube all the way to the back, connected it to the piston. Of course, this will depend on how long your vehicle is. This piston pulls, really this shouldn't have any controls. So no controls in the piston, but make sure it's at 0.9. Of course, depending on where your wheel is, but because my wheel is slightly off and it's almost in the middle, I just did 0.9 and it sets it up. Then for these steering hinges, these are at 15 angle. And I set them opposites. Wait, why did I set them opposites? I think there's a glitch going on here where this one is, because I think if I set this one to 2. Anyways, I'm pretty sure you gotta set both of these to 2 speed to work. but for whatever reason I put this one to -2 and it works either way. But so you can kind of figure that out from there. This right here, this really is just there for looks. I mean, it's not really doing anything. Honestly, I could get rid of it. It won't do much. Um, so from there, we can now go to the front. So this is probably one of my favorite front ends on the truck. You know, it's got this kind of close light and then the further light back. I don't know, something about it is just nice. This little bumper guard. Uh, this right here, kind of like this. Not super fancy, but you know it looks decent. Um, then you got this right here. Okay, so this is the front suspension. It's pretty standard stuff. Um, basically this. Okay, so this is your regular steering hinge. This elbow tube goes down. This is a 1x3. This connects to a tube double elbow. Then this goes to another tube elbow, and this one goes to a flat connector 1x2. Then it goes to another zeroed out steering hinge, which connected to 3 straight suspension, of course whatever you like, the stiffness and dampening, to another zeroed out um, steering hinge. Okay, and so then from, like I was saying, from here, tube elbow, another tube elbow, 1x1 tube, then another tube double elbow, 1x1, and then tube elbow, and then these rest of the steering hinges are zeroed out. This is a 1x1x2 slope, you know, kind of for the compact version. You can make it wider by adding the 2x1x2. I think that's what it is. Is that what it is? Yeah, 2x1x2 you can put there if you want it to be a little wider. And then from here, this is connected to the top with just this standard kind of mount, I guess you could say. And then if you really want to go into depth for like the actual build, so this is the fender. So this can be taken off, actually, I believe. Yeah. Whoops. So it's pretty basic, just 2 taillights on the rear, you know, they're for brakes, obviously. You know, if you when you hit the brakes, brake light, whatever. So 1x2 wedge, one block 1x2, 1x block, another 1x2 wedge, 2x2 wedge, and then a shield 2x4 to a 1x2 right here. Then it goes 1x2, 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 1x2 wedge, 2x2 wedge. Then this inverted corner, 1x2 by 2. Then a 1x2 regular. Then another 1x2 regular on the top. 2x1x2 wedge. Then a wedge corner, 2x2 by 1. 2x1 wedge, and then a 1x2 block. So that finishes that. And you should be able to, if you build the body before the actual fender, let's just say you do this, I think if you, yeah, it just reverses it to this side, and then you can, whatever, right? And then for this fender, it's pretty simple, just a 1x3, 2x1 by wedge, 1x2 block, 1x2 wedge, 1x2 wedge, 2x1 wedge, and then there's a 3x1 wedge. Then from here, 2x2 shield, 2x1 wedge, 2x1 wedge. You can just change this to a 2x2 wedge, honestly, to save complexity. Then 2x1 wedge here on both sides. This is also a 2x1 wedge, and I just have these lights connected like this. Kind of just pause here if you need to kind of look at it. The underside could be better, maybe. I'm not sure. Okay, so you got your engines here, seat, whatever. Okay, then you got this. Take a moment to pause if you need to. Shields here. Then you got the front. Okay, and then you got your light bar up here. Okay. So now there's these distance sensors down here. Now really all you need is this one if you're gonna make it with the tire rack. So this is on these steering hinges, so that way they're always active. Let me see. So this is distance 0, invert trigger. And then this one is for these pistons right here. So basically what this does, this can be 2.2 and then invert trigger. So what this does is, okay, so those pistons are pulled in right now. I think they're set to, okay, so they're set to 0.8. And they're at 2 speed right now. Okay, so, well, so basically what this does is, okay, so let's say, okay, a little jump. Boom. Okay, let's take this on a bigger jump. Let's just go, where's a big jump? We'll go here. And basically, if I, okay, so right now it's soft. And, oh, so basically what these do is when they push outward, when you take a jump, that distance, the distance sensor senses that it's above the ground, off the ground. So takes this jump, see that one activates, and then it, yeah, this trophy truck is very first prototype, so it's not that good. But it's like a self-firming suspension. So you take a little jump, it kind of firms up the suspension, so you can still have soft suspension while driving, but it firms up whenever you're taking jumps. It's kind of neat when it actually works. I believe the suspension is too soft right now for it to actually work. Because I mean, this thing is kind of just not the greatest. Um, I don't know if there's anything else to look at here. I think that's basically it. Hopefully this helps. Maybe you might not even make this body, you know, you might just take the suspension. This is on PlayStation Workshop. Um, Obviously if you plan Xbox or PC, um, it won't show it won't show up on that workshop, obviously. They need to really make this game cross-platform. I mean, that would be awesome, but I don't know. Um, so basically that's pretty much it for this video. Just a kind of a basic uh showcase kind of, I guess you could say. Um, it's not too hard to do. I probably should give better instructions. Um, but I think you got this, hopefully. So, thank you for the suggestion, and hopefully anybody who's watching this enjoyed this video. Hope you have a blessed day, and see you next time.